Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today there is a new boss, which is Mayor Cody. It's different than Flame Chun-Li and he's not bugged, so thank God we can play and have some fun at least. So I'm gonna show you my results. I'm gonna show you what I did. I forgot to claim this, and I'll show you the lineups. So on the battle zone so far, not everybody hit. I'm dealing between 1.5 1.4 billion, which is good actually, and there's a room for improvement. And we'll talk about the lineups. So I did 3 runs only, but I tried every time. Like I go in, I start with the team, and then I finish, I go out, I check the scores, I check if they're doing good. I'm gonna tell you something. If you have Fire Adon, put him on the lineup, and I'll tell you where. If you don't have him, build him. He's a main component. He will deal maximum damage. He will carry you, and you'll deal 2 billion damage. He alone deals the second most, or maybe the most damage in the lineups. Now we'll be talking about the lineups and the rotations. First of all, Dalsim team. Secondly, Viper team. Thirdly, which Jury team? Not Guile team, because Guile is not the component here. Which Jury here is for survivability. Elena is a main component, and any tank here is a main component. If it was Gouken, if it was Nero, if it was anybody that could shield and help and survive and tank a little bit of the damage. And on the third lineup, I'm using Chun-Li because she deals AoE damage with Gormagalakan. If you have a built-up Gormagalakan, it will deal even more damage. And let's talk about it. Now, first lineup and normal rotation. I'm using the EX move, the new one, the Vega and Kemi. It's so important here for you to maximize damage because you can't gain stacks on Dalsim. Your team will wipe unless you have Gouken to let him survive this one round. But you can survive one more round if you have the Virgil EX move. So either have Gouken or have Virgil EX. I know both of them are hard. One of them is not obtainable anymore. But these are your options. You can use the Crazy Potato instead the Virgil EX, but you need a lot of RNG, a lot of reruns for this lineup to work. I'm using the second one, Viper with Zangief. Now why Zangief? Zangief can heal himself with the C2. I'm using his C2 to keep him survive and tank one super from Mayor Cody and survive, so I can make more combos with Viper if everybody in the team died. And Sweet Poison for buffing her damage, of course. And Eva Ryu here is helping me with Satsui no Iki on the team, so reduces the damage. Plus, he buffs the team with 25% more damage from the start to the end of the battle. Guile team, as I said, he's not the main component of this team. I'm using him instead of using Fire Adon. If I have Fire Adon, I will play him. He'll deal between 400 to 500 million damage. But because I need an AoE unit, I'm using a Guile. Now you could use Mummy Dalsim, you can use Poison, you can use Trendy Kami, you can use Trendy Dalsim. All of them work, but I'm using somebody with a C3, so this is why I used him, because he has a C3. And finally, I'm using Chun-Li with Gormagalakan, shields from Abel, and Rose for sustainability and buffs. Now let's go and check the first fight. And it's with Dalsim. So first of all, I start with Fashion Blanca when I have 3 stacks on Dalsim. As you see, here's 3 stacks. I start with him, I wait a little bit, 5 stacks, I press C1 of Dalsim. He build up some damage, and we can't do this ultimately so much. We need to do it a little bit only, because we can't handle it, we'll wipe. So the next one, I hit the Vega and Kami EX, so I start with Dalsim. They take absolutely almost no damage. And I wait, of course, until he cook. I use the C1 of Summer Yang and the C2 of Fashion Blanca just to keep me surviving with the heals. Again, I do the same rotation, and I go back to back with Dalsim, Summer Yang, Fashion Blanca, and Dalsim. Of course, I use the Virgil EX here to keep me surviving, so I can use another combo. I go with Fashion Blanca. If I could keep my Dalsim alive, I would start with Dalsim and end with Dalsim. It will give me even more damage. And as you see here, it's recording 1 billion damage up there, but they deducted it for the flame and burn. I don't know what's the calculation here, and we got 700 million. So that was amazing. That was a good run. Of course, we're gonna try to have many better runs and check how much we can go and deal more damage. Now, there's no fight. I lasted until the end except with Witch Jury because she survived a lot and I deal the minimum damage on that team. So this team, I build up combo meter. Let's fast forward it a little bit. I drop my EX moves. I drop the one chains, and then I drop the charm EX to deal a little bit more damage. Every point of damage counts here. Now, at the 3 combos, I start with Viper, then Sea Poison, Zangief, then Viper, as you see, and I continue the same rotation, back to back, back to back. Let's try to speed it up. Now, I used here the heals, not just to heal me, but also to remove the hinder. So Mayor Cody hit you when he goes with the chains and go to your side, he hits you with hinder, so you stay on your side. So if I stay with my Viper on my side, she will do the C3 in her place, and she will affect nobody and hit nobody. So we don't want this to happen, so we dispel that with the Summer Elena EX move. And we almost did 400 million with the Viper, which is pretty crazy, and of course we can do that with better tries. Now this lineup, I start with Guile and end with Guile, C1 of Elena and C2 of Witch Jury, and when everybody dies I have Witch Jury just to deal some damage. She deals good damage. I will show you what I did with Witch Jury. You need to calculate it a little bit when you see Guile dying. So at 3 combo meter, I drop the Breath of Rage. I use C1 of Summer Elena, C2 of Witch Jury, and then C3 of Guile. And I continue Guile, Elena, Witch Jury, then Guile. And when my Guile dies, I don't know where he dies, but he dies after, I think after this one, he just give us the goodbye and great crit damage, and he dies. So I start with Witch Jury, E Honda, Elena, then Witch Jury because she have one C3. So here I can capitalize on it and use the C3. So I used it and I healed with a life steal, so Witch Jury didn't die. I give her the buff of Akuma, it's off cooldown. As you see, Honda died, everybody is dying, Witch Jury stays hanging, so I can use her super. If we had more time, I could continue because she's taking damage and healing again, which is good because of her life steal. And this is how this ends. I know if we had Fire Aidon, 100% this damage will ramp up crazy. And the last lineup, which is the Chun-Li, let's check it out. So I start with Chun-Li, Abel, Rose, then Chun-Li, and this is how it goes. And I pay attention if I'm having hinder or he hits me with hinder, I just delay a little bit because the hinder is 2 seconds. I delay for 2 seconds and hit the C3 of Chun-Li, so she doesn't hit the air while she's standing in her place and go actually hit him in his face, because this is what we want them to do. So I start with Chun-Li, I get hindered here, I use the C1 of Abel, C2 of Elena, and C3 of Chun-Li. I waited a little bit, but because he was near Chun-Li, I could hit him with the C3. And again, look at Ken, he's taking a lot of damage, so I will be needing to use the heals soon when he starts. He starts, I use the heal, and he's not healing. And this is the problem with getting cursed and taking maximum damage to your face. Chun-Li almost died, use the C2, C3, and this was the last time she does anything. So here, I knew that if he hit me with a super, I would die, so I wanted the shield so fast, so I started with Rose, then, yeah, so the shields did nothing. I started with Rose, did Abel, then Rose, and it gave me a little bit of space, some damage, but it will not count that much. And yeah, this is how much we scored so far, and hopefully we'll be scoring a lot more. I will be trying and testing many stuff. I will be pulling for Fire Aidon. I will go ham for him. I think tomorrow I will be starting to use all my summons to utilize him. The unit is crazy and we need to use him. Yep, and that was it for the video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fly, time to fly.